Hello, my name is Kudo. My surname is Eresia-Eke. I work for Nigeria NLNG as General Manager, External Relations. It was sometime around 2003 that we tossed around the idea of how best to unite the literary community in a common purpose of the pursuit of excellence. And how could we do this in recognition of the different genres that exist? And how could we do this in a sustainable way and in a manner that can win the respect of the world? So those are some of the questions that we focused on and eventually led us to the establishment of the Nigeria Prize for Literature. And I would suggest also the Nigeria Prize for Science, the twin. It's a fascinating journey because the more you go, the larger the vision. And the larger the possibilities, the more multifarious the possibilities. We started, and after the first year, of course, at the beginning, we didn't have as many contestants, if you might want to call them, for each of the genres as we have now. So people looked at it, the prize, a little bit not so sure of what it was, but as it grew and matured, it truly was accepted, as you would bear witness, as the prize. Today, we thought it was just going to be the prize in Nigeria, but given its pedigree and the prize that supports it, it appears to be standing today as the prize for literature in Africa. We set out to establish the prize for Nigeria, but what we have today is the prize for Africa, although we still limit the contestation to Nigerians. The prize is evolving. As you would know, it's undergone some metamorphosis because as the challenges come, we respond. And as we see new vistas of opportunities, we exploit. So it's a very pragmatic prize. Just to illustrate, at the time, we restricted the contestation to Nigerians who were only resident in Nigeria. And there was a cry of discrimination by Nigerians who were outside the country. And we thought it was reasonable, the demand. So we changed it to include all Nigerians around the world. And then, as the prize also evolved, we looked at giving it greater credibility, giving it greater international exposure and standing, and demonstrating that it's beyond just a Nigerian prize. It's a prize that can hold its own in the world. So now we have an international consultant that comes to revalidate the works of the judges. So it's evolving. That also has undergone some evolution. So we started out with general science. You know, just do something great in science and you'll be awarded the prize if the judges think that you deserve it. And that's how we started off. So we got prizes awarded to people like Professor Susu, for instance, for their work in chemical engineering and pipelines and so on. And we had prizes awarded in the area of medicine for curing ailments and stuff like this. We've also awarded prizes for utilization of mucines. So it was just kind of general. But over time, we thought we needed to refocus the prize to specifics, to nagging problems, problems that are ailing and aching Nigeria today. So we now had to assemble people to try to identify those kinds of problems and that require scientific solution. The one, for instance, that is running currently is prize for innovations in malaria control, because malaria is the greatest killer on the continent of Africa. and is the greatest killer of Nigerians. So it's the #1 problem. And we thought this was a good prize that scientists should focus on to see how we could tame the beast, as it were. So our prize now for science is very pragmatic and is focused on stopping those things that ail Nigeria.
So it's a targeted prize.
It's now targeted. That is something that the judges will decide, because there's an extent to which even a proposal can be so sophisticated and almost waypointing, are enough to convince a panel of judges that, hey, this is merit and this is worthy of the prize. And there are also finished works that could have the same kind of impression or impact on the judges. So we really leave those kinds of judgments to the panel of judges, who are themselves great scientists, to make those decisions. But what's important is that they must bear in mind all the time that whatever they pick has to be for the benefit of Nigeria, because Nigeria LNG is only about helping to build a better Nigeria. Indeed, it is still the case. It's not easy to maintain your support at the level at which you started when the oil price per barrel was over $100 and now between 30 and 50. So it's not so easy, to keep your head above water. But we trust that we are investing in a good cause that is worthy of the sacrifice. The pursuit of excellence, if we could find a single focus of agenda for all Nigerians as a cultural direction, it should be the pursuit of excellence. So whatever we spend to make that happen in any area, we trust this money is good money. It's good money after a good cause. This is a big one. It's because this is nationwide. But we also have our scholarships, our numerous scholarships, which we support annually to try to increase our skills, our literacy, and our education on a general note. But of course, we're in love with education as Nigeria LNG. We built, in the area of science, world-class laboratories in 6 universities, scattered or located, one each, in each of the geopolitical zones of Nigeria, just to try to excite science in every zone. We also have the vocational center. So you train for the level of scientists and engineers, but we also train for the middle level manpower. So we have easily Nigeria's best vocational institution today situated in Bonny. It's called the Bonny Vocational Center. So these are the kinds of things that we do in various areas. I should not do without mentioning probably our biggest so far. And it's the biggest CSR that anyone has ever done in the world. And I'm glad to be challenged because I'm happy that this is going worldwide. Nigeria LNG is supporting a road which is linking the mainland with the island of Bonny in the depths of the Niger Delta with 60 billion naira. Now, from my research, that is the biggest CSR effort by any company anywhere in the world. I should mention, again, to support education, social development, economic expansion in Bonny. We have devoted, again, the biggest foundation that any community has ever had. 3 billion naira annually for 25 years running to try to build a mini Dubai. So you can get the picture, a mini Dubai out of the city of Bonny. I think it's been wonderful support from Nigerians and non-Nigerians alike for the Nigeria Prize for Literature. I am very grateful, we are very grateful that for the acceptance of the fact that this is a Nigeria Prize. So it is supported by Nigeria LNG. Nigerians accept, but they also accept that it's the Nigeria Prize. And I think for that, we should be grateful to Nigerians. We should also be very grateful to the literary community, because this is a very critical community. They should continue to be critical and continue to help the prize to grow. We're grateful. Thank you.